This is for an online machine vision course. It's the first assignment, applying filters to images and combining them. And the user interface here is pretty rough, but that's okay because I'm really the only one who's going to use it. Everything's threaded, and most of it performs pretty well. Well, the basic things do. This Gaussian blur is really responsive. It doesn't take much time to apply. And even though the image is actually bigger than what's visible here, I've shrunk it for display, it still performs it in real time, no problem. Other filters are not so fast. This DFT, even though it's pretty quick, is slow enough that it builds up a lag if I scrub the slider back and forth. I'm going between high pass and low pass filtering, and it's going to sit there churning for a while. And I'd love to have it, instead of churning, just jump ahead in time to the last thing I requested and show that, and cancel all of the other processing. I ran into two problems with it. The first one was that images were getting broken up into pieces, and the pieces were getting submitted individually, and then I would cancel individual pieces. But I wouldn't cancel the overall job sometimes, and so the overall job would be waiting for the pieces to finish, but they've been canceled, so it's never going to finish. And so the pipeline stalls. It gets filled up with these big jobs waiting for little jobs to finish, and it never completes. It just sits there waiting forever. The solution to that was to break things up into two kinds of jobs. I have high-level jobs and low-level jobs. The low-level jobs get put into an executor pool that just has one worker per CPU core. And if you've got 8 cores, then you're going to run 8 of them at a time. The high-level ones I didn't care so much about because they're not actually computationally demanding directly. They indirectly create computation jobs, but themselves, I could have 100 of them queued up, no problem. So I had these, and I could cancel those. I can't cancel the low-level ones because the high-level ones are depending on them. I don't want to do cascading. It just seemed like too much of a mess for homework. So I did that, and it kind of worked. And that's what I'm showing you here. But then I still had the same behavior. At least it wasn't locking up anymore, but it would sit and churn, and nothing would actually get canceled. And of course, you may have guessed already, here in this code, I shouldn't have made the high-level thing a whole bunch of threads. It works better if I make it just barely big enough to fill the low-level thread pool. So let's restart. Here we are. This is running a smaller thread pool. And let's see what happens. I scrub back and forth on this DFT filter, and it catches up immediately. Ta-da! It canceled all the intermediate job requests. There may have been 1 or 2 thrown in there, but that's okay. It's good enough, responsive enough, that I'm happy with it.